Well, good morning from Solomon's Island.
Good morning.
We have made it across the bridge to the Calvert Marine Museum. So this museum, I believe, is kind of inside and outside. They should have some aquatic animals inside. Heard they have otters and a bunch of interesting facts. I think we potentially can see a cool looking lighthouse. It did say that they're doing repairs on it currently. So I know we won't be able to go up in it, but hopefully we can still see the outside, and I think they have like some ships and boats that you can see. So yeah, should be interesting.
Yeah, we're thinking it's going to be kind of like the Mystic Seaport Museum that we visited up in Mystic, Connecticut. So that's what we're hoping for.
And this museum is $11 per person.
That's right. So not too bad.
Yeah.
Now it is a museum, so there is no Riley on this trip. She is currently sleeping in the Airbnb, enjoying the air conditioning and listening to sounds of the river. She's probably just sleeping. Let's not give her too much credit. Candace is a freshly dead carcass floating in the ocean. I'm not being mean, that's what it says right there. So let's spin and see what happens to her.
In the next 5 years, we should find out. Still waiting.
Oh. You sink down into the deep abyss forever.
It's my dream. In addition to fossils, the museum had a large array of live animals as well. We were thankful that it wasn't busy today and we were able to spend as much time with the different fish as we wanted. All of these fish are able to be found locally in this area, either in the surrounding rivers or in the nearby Chesapeake Bay, which is saltwater. We stopped by to see the otters since they're kind of a big deal around here, but we caught them during their nap time and they didn't seem too interested in performing on camera. They also have a very large outdoor play area, but it was too hot for them today. Located outside, just past the otters exhibit, is the outdoor portion of the museum. Out here they have dozens of different boats and other sea vessels from various decades and various stages of condition. It was interesting to walk among them and see how they were used in the fishing industry of this area of Maryland.
We were able to get a really good look at the famous Drum Point Lighthouse, but like we said earlier, it was closed for maintenance, so unfortunately we were not able to climb it. Back inside, they had an area dedicated to the more recreational side of boating and watercrafts. Living in this part of the country means you're surrounded by water almost constantly, so those fortunate enough to be able to have boats have endless places to take them and enjoy their free time. There was also a small area explaining the shipbuilders from this area and all the different trades associated with it, such as blacksmiths, sailmaking, and carpentry, which were popular lines of work for those living in this area. Upstairs, we learned about the James Adams Floating Theater, which first set sail in 1914. This floating entertainment enterprise was also known as a showboat, and would tour the Chesapeake Bay area, visiting Maryland, Virginia, and North Carolina. In the 30 years the boat was active, it saw over 200 different plays performed.
We swung by the otters one more time to see if they were playing, but they were still napping, so we said our goodbyes and headed for the exit.
Wow. That
was an impressive museum.
Was extremely impressive. We thought there was going to be way more outside than inside, and boy were we wrong.
Yeah, there was like 10 separate exhibits inside, all about different things. Cool, like skeletons of
fossils.
Yeah, very interesting.
There's like active people. Well, you guys saw everything we saw, but there's like people actively working on fossils right there. When Candace mentioned there was animals here, I was like, I don't think that's true at all. But as usual, she was right. All the seahorse and the fish and the stingrays and the skates, and this is incredible. This was an awesome place.
Yeah, very interesting.
Like probably top 10 museum I've ever been in. Like this was awesome.
Yeah, so highly recommend. Next time you're near Solomon's Island, check it out. Pretty cheap, and you could spend a lot of time here.
Yeah, and you could definitely come back here multiple times, I think. And some things rotate. I know some of the exhibits rotate a little bit, but wow, that was awesome.
And hopefully the lighthouse will be open if you come, because you can't actually go up in the lighthouse, I believe.
That was a little bit disappointing, but we've been in lighthouses.
And it's a little toasty today, so I prefer actually maybe not to go up into a lighthouse.
What's next?
So we're gonna leave here and then, sorry, thought I had a bug on me. We're gonna leave here and I think we might get some not seafood related Maryland famous food thing. Yep.
Not seafood related Maryland famous food thing. Sure.
What could it be?
Yeah, let's go find out what they have in Maryland other than food or seafood. Well, we went ahead and picked up our special Maryland food item from the Lighthouse Restaurant and Dock Bar. You may say, okay, well, they have Old Bay. And they have crabs. What else could Maryland possibly have? And to answer that question, it's right here.
Ta-da!
Smith Island cake. Okay, see y'all later. This is the State Cake of the state of Maryland as of 2008, 2009. But technically people say it's still a coastal delicacy. So I don't know how much they eat this in like the mountainous western Maryland region. Smith Island was inhabited by the British in the 1600s, and it remains Maryland's only fully inhabited island, or native islanders. There's kind of a weird phrasing there. Officially, by Smith Island cake standards, they're supposed to be 8 layers. Wikipedia says between 8 and 10, and this one has 9, which is between the 8 and 10. The original is also a yellow cake with like a chocolate frosting with a frosting layer in between each of the 8 cake layers. This one is coconut, which as far as Candace is concerned, that's okay by her. I would have liked the chocolate, but we didn't really get an option. Nobody asked, so we got what they gave us. And when we looked up the origins of the cake, it said that it was made by the wives of the fishermen, and they would give them to them for the fall oyster harvest. So as they're out to sea or whatever, they have something to remind them of home and of their home island of Smith Island. So I think for us, it's just going to be a good time.
Also, we're eating in the car because we couldn't find anywhere to eat in the shade, and it's very warm outside.
Yeah, I know car shots are boring, but I think the cake would have melted. So there is the up-close, gorgeous view of the Smith Island cake. I'll go ahead and
a little whipped cream
get one of every layer.
Yeah, looks really good. Like Andrew said, I prefer that it's coconut because I'm just not a huge like super sweet chocolate person. So I like the almost refreshingness of the coconut flavor, and the little, it has like little what do you call it, like the shavings of the coconut sprinkled on top, so that's really good for a little bit of added texture, if you will.
That's really good. I'm not a massive coconut fan. Sometimes it's like too overpowering, but yeah, that's like the right amount of coconut.
So I think we're gonna finish this cake, and then we're feeling a little tired today. Like, I don't know, since we left the Marine Museum, I've been like dragging. So I think we're gonna hit up a cute coffee place called the Beanery. Hence why I think it's cute. Named after Beans herself. So we're gonna
Beans is also Riley. Anyone new to the channel, Riley has a bunch of popular names. Beans is her most common nickname.
Beans, potato,
Beanie Weenie, Beanie Bottom. Some call her Marva, but that's a very long story.
pork chop.
The fat one.
So yeah, we're gonna finish the cake, go back across the bridge, hit up the Beanery Coffee and Cafe, and then head back to the Airbnb to see Beans.
Yeah, to check on her and see if she likes cake as much as we do.
Well, welcome to our humble tiny abode in St. Inigo's, Maryland. Sorry we kind of fell off the face of the earth after we said we were going to get coffee yesterday. We got extremely tired, took a nap when we got back to the Airbnb, and it's now the next day. But we wanted to show off where we've been staying before we check out this morning. Super cute, tiny home. We've really loved it here. It's on the St. Mary's River, kind of in like a little cove. It's very like peaceful. There's probably no noise from anyone outside, very quiet. I did want to mention, if you look over here, this place was in a travel magazine actually very recently, just last month, and it's rated as one of the top tiny homes to stay in near DC. So that's cool. But yeah, like I said, we've loved it here. There is a tiny little kitchenette, but it's got basically everything you need to cook any meals. It's got an induction cooktop, mini fridge, toaster, microwave, an actual coffee pot, which is always ideal.
Much better than a Keurig.
And then over this way, we've got a gigantic bathroom for such a tiny house. Very large shower. There's a skylight up there, which is kind of unheard of in a tiny home. So it makes the space feel a whole lot bigger. And if you come back over here, you've got a cute, look at these chairs. Look at how cute they are. How cute is that chair? Cute little place to sit, eat some dinner, play a game, and then over here, tucked away in this little cozy corner, is where you're gonna sleep. I believe it's a full-size bed, super comfy. And then I did want to show off this little closet here. Has this cute little boat door. Cute. Keep saying cute. Cute little boat door on it. Yeah, it's got like games and extra blankets and life jackets in there if you want to go kayaking. But I thought that was a cool idea. Put a little boat door on it. Like I said, this place is right on a cove of St. Mary's River, so you've got a lot of very cool outdoor amenities included with this tiny house that Andrew is going to go show you right now.
So like Candace said, in addition to the incredible tiny house that you get at this Airbnb, you also have, without a doubt, one of the best views from an Airbnb that we have had. So this is a very small cove on the St. Mary's River. I think it's like a mile and a half before you get to the Potomac River, and then like another mile after that before you get to the Chesapeake. So there are jellyfish in the river. We have also heard that from time to time some bull sharks have come up, not really into this cove so much, but just into the St. Mary's River itself. One of my favorite things to do is in the morning, you can see the river going out into the bay and the whole thing gets lower, and then in the evening you can actually see the water flow into the opposite direction, filling the cove back up. But let me show you some of the incredible things you get at this Airbnb. So one of the incredible outdoor amenities at this tiny house is this really cute little deck right outside the front porch. You have a nice two-person picnic tables, some lovely chairs looking into the river, and you also get a propane grill. This time around we didn't get to use the grill, but I can promise you that we will be back and we will definitely be using it next time. And the last major outdoor amenity is you have access to their private dock, and you also have access to one of their two-person kayaks. Now again, this time around we actually didn't have time to get in the kayaks, but we will definitely be back, and when we do, we will be enjoying them for sure. The hosts have also included a couple of chairs that you can take out to the water's edge, set them up on the dock, and just really get to enjoy these incredible coastal views. So that is actually going to wrap up this video, but we are not quite done yet in Maryland. From here we're leaving to go for a little bit of a drive and see some really cool things just north of here in Calvert County.
So first we're going to go do a hike at Calvert Cliffs State Park. Hopefully it's prettier than the last state park we went to. And then we're going to hopefully check out a sculpture garden. I believe last time we were at a sculpture garden it was very snowy and icy, and well, it's very comical. If you haven't seen that video, you should go watch our Sculpture Garden Michigan video.
Highly recommended.
And then obviously someone has not got her french fry yet.
We did not forget. We've been saving it for the last part because that's what everybody enjoys most.
So that's the top priority for today.
As we said, this has been an incredible Airbnb. The hosts, Rick and Nancy, have been very friendly. They love seeing Riley. We will definitely be coming back here. It is an incredible spot if you were looking for a place to kind of unplug and unwind. This is it. We're like a mile and a half from the one of the naval bases around here.
Yeah, we just heard a jet fly over. Didn't see it, but we heard it.
Every morning at 8 a.m. you can hear the national anthem. So if that's something you're into, open up the windows and enjoy. But we hope you've enjoyed this video and our Maryland series so far, and we definitely hope you come back for next week's to see the end of our Maryland series. And as always, we'll see y'all somewhere.
Thanks for watching Riley Roams. Click subscribe to keep up with all of our latest travels, and don't forget to click that like button too.